When 200 Tennessee Valley Authority IT jobs were about to be outsourced to foreign workers here in the United States on H-1B employment visas, the Institute for Sound Public Policy was there. When foreign doctors were being prioritized for residencies at U.S. teaching hospitals, which sidelined the careers of thousands of American doctors, the Institute for Sound Public Policy was there. When 45 U.S. companies discriminated against American workers in favor of foreign H-1B visa workers, the Institute for Sound Public Policy was there. In 2020, the Tennessee Valley Authority decided to outsource its IT department to H-1B visa dependent consulting firms. These 200 jobs in an organization that has been around since the Great Depression were responsible for the power grid of 10 million people in 7 states. Then, to heap insult upon injury, in addition to firing those long-serving American workers, they forced them to train the H-1B visa workers who would be replacing them. Senator Jeff Sessions invited Kevin Lynn, an acknowledged expert and ardent critic of the H-1B visa program, to speak at a rally that protested the outsourcing of these American workers in Huntsville, Alabama. Kevin wanted to help the workers, but how? Unbeknownst to many people, the President of the United States appoints TVA's board of directors, who in turn hire the CEO. Hence, the one man at the time who could save these jobs was President Donald Trump. Kevin created an ad that ran in several states, including Washington, D.C. The ad caught the attention of President Trump and several key staffers. Although the criticisms were viewed in a less than favorable way, it led to a meeting at the White House with the president and several of the soon-to-be displaced TVA workers. President Trump signed an executive order that Kevin helped write, which would end the use of H-1B visa-dependent companies doing business with the federal government and prioritize hiring Americans for those IT roles. Trump fired the chairman of the board, and one of the board members of the TVA and the TVA CEO rescinded the decision to outsource those jobs. 200-plus union jobs that impacted 10 million Americans were saved.
Thank you, Mr.
So
President.
you're the one that took the ad above me, then. I didn't know that. I just said, I think he's the one that took this really vicious ad. Like, I hired this guy for $8 million, and I had nothing to do with it. I said, what's that? But actually, you brought something very important up. Because when I looked into it, I said, this guy's actually making $8 million a year. And you did the ad, so you really made me aware of what was going on with the Tennessee Valley Authority, which...
Science, technology, engineering, and math jobs weren't the only professions in danger of being displaced by lower-paid foreign workers. Kevin brought to America's attention the displacement of well-trained young American doctors. Each year, between 6,000 and 7,000 doctors who are U.S. citizens do not get residencies, while at the same time, between 4,000 and 5,000 foreign-trained physicians receive residency positions at U.S. teaching hospitals. If a doctor does not complete a residency, they cannot get a license to practice medicine. In response, Kevin created the Doctors Without Jobs movement, protested in front of the Association of American Medical Colleges, and testified before Congress on the matter.
Failure to prioritize Americans is emblematic of our medical establishment preferring to import foreign healthcare workers instead of making necessary investments that would broaden medical education and improve our healthcare delivery infrastructure.
When tech companies such as Amazon, Facebook, and Google began laying off large numbers of workers in 2022 and 2023, one would think that laid-off American workers would, in one way or another, be prioritized for jobs in other companies over workers in the U.S. on employment visas. Wrong. 45 companies colluded to create a job board called Chicago H-1B Connect that shamelessly pandered to recently laid-off H-1B visa holders to apply for jobs they listed on the website. Much more than simply colluding, these companies conspired to discriminate against American workers in favor of foreign workers. The Institute for Sound Public Policy, with the help of attorney John Miano, filed a complaint with the Department of Justice, and we expect to prevail despite one administrative hurdle after another.
Hello, I'm Kevin Lynn, and I guess you can say I was America First before it was cool, as I volunteered as an organizer in 1992 for the Ross Perot presidential campaign, and immediately afterward worked for his United We Stand America organization, pushing back against terrible trade agreements such as NAFTA, GATT, and the WTO. Here at the Institute for Sound Public Policy, we keep pushing back against the negative impacts of globalization that manifest in the form of the movement of people, capital, and goods across international borders to maximize profits for a few while leaving educated, hardworking Americans working longer hours for less money and fewer benefits. This isn't an issue for one political party. This is an everybody issue. And we here at the Institute for Sound Public Policy, we need your help to expand our reach and impact. So help us be the force across America that puts America first and begs the question, what employment opportunities will be left for our children if the discrimination against American workers continues at this rate?